how's it going? So about a year ago, I travelled to Mount Panorama, Bathurst to fulfil a bucket list item of mine, which was to see a race at Bathurst. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to fulfill my other bucket list item at Bathurst, which is to see the sunrise over the mountain. But I've got at least another 5 to 7 years left in me, so I'm not too worried.
Underhand to these guys, a fair way back from Jamie Tilley now. There he is going through the shot at Solomon Park and the Prologue Mustang.
I'm going to have to do the voiceover here because my commentary in the moment was subpar. So I was able to have a bit of a warm-up as soon as I got there because the Touring Car Master Series was already started. Normally it takes a little while to take shots that I'm happy with, but these came out straight away and they kind of look like stills from a movie, which is pretty cool. I like this because it has a bit of a sci-fi feel to it, mainly because of the wires coming down from the ceiling, but I definitely feel like this image could be improved. After the decent shots earlier, these ones kind of felt more like the warm-up ones. They're not the greatest.
He's only 9/1000 clear Jack Bongo and Thomas Randall and this guy. As David Reynolds got something up his sleeve now in this final sector.
This was the best shot that I was able to get from the chase. Everything is in focus and I really like the colours. After watching the shootout, I made a quick pit stop to Carl's Jr. to get some lunch. I don't have any footage of that, but you're not missing much. So when I came back, I travelled up to the top of the mountain for the main event.
At the same time, so the predictions based on yesterday's start performance for
So this was awesome to see in person. Just the atmosphere, the feeling of it, seeing the cars really leaning into the corner and like bottoming out, the smoke coming out of their tyres. It's something you can't really get that same feeling from on TV. It was awesome.
That looks sick, like flicking it on that bend.
This cameraman had a really cool, almost cyberpunk sort of look going on.
see all the way down there. That's beautiful.
Sorry, I was not on the penalty stage. I was looking at the car coming down the pit there going, they need to be able to get this thing back out there, so nice job.
There's some good ones I've got here. Oh, that's crispy. Look at that one.
I was right, these shots are crispy, and they're some of my favourite from the day as well. The car is in focus, there's a great look of movement in the photos, and nothing messed up with it, which is all I can ask for.
This was a nice move here by James Gold. Very, very slippery, a lot of turns to three there, very making a mistake.
It's so quiet today.
Lap there for Mossad.
I'd love to see
Graffiti on the
right here.
radio, talking to him. So that little
Look at that view there.
driver's eye look at what that car
It'd be
is
awesome
like.
if you could
It
be
looks
there,
like it's flowing
taking
better.
photos.
And in terms of balance, looks beautiful at this point now.
Oh my lord.
I really kept targeting the shell cars because I just felt they looked really good. And it definitely paid off for this shot. The motion blur, the framing, the car, the colours, everything just worked.
So you
So
try and
cool.
get the car turn to the right, then
They're
turn
going
to the
in
left,
quick
then turn
here.
to the right again
It's
before
about
you get to
100
the
k's
tipper.
through here.
You're trying to
Down
retard
this
the
hill
car
into
all the
that
way down there.
190.
There's a curve on the left halfway down through the early walking behind him. The first thing that we've seen for the second stop is James Gold. He's just coming to the pit lane on his pace. And not only what he gets out of the
This dirt path definitely looked like another legitimate way to die at Bathurst. The screams of the V8 engines echoing through it though, that was cool, and that really added to the ambience.
onto the exit curve, and he had to left air mirror against the
This is a good photo. Just the colours and the framing, it just worked. As the race came near its end, so did my Osmo Actions battery. So from here on out, it was just footage that I filmed on my Fujifilm.
Whereby he's close enough. In them across the top, and that would be a combination of two things.
I did, however, get some of my favourite shots of the day right at the end, once the sun started setting, and the lighting just got better. And it was good to see Will Brown from Red Bull get a win. So yeah, that was my day at Bathurst. I've always wanted to see it in person, and it was so cool after watching it on TV all these years. Even though it wasn't the main Bathurst 1000, it was just awesome to see the track in person and see the cars, you know, really going for it. And I was pretty happy with how most of the photos turned out. I hadn't ever shot motorsport photos at that stage, so it was really cool to try something a bit different. So it was almost a perfect day. The only big issue is after the race, I drove about 1 kilometre down the road, and all of a sudden my car decided it didn't want any coolant anymore. So I was able to buy some coolant, and then I just had to keep topping it up on the 3-hour drive home from Bathurst to Sydney. So the car was then MIA for the next few weeks as I pulled it apart and slowly fixed it. It was worth it in the end. And all of a sudden my car decided it didn't need coolant anymore. So I was able to get some coolant.